All right. What's good? What's poppin', y'all? Happy 7 p.m., everybody. Oh. Hope you guys are having a fantastic and wonderful day. Woo. Gotta get things moving over here. Over here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Ba-boom, ba-bang. Bada bing, bada boom. Skadoosh, baby. Yes. Time is. Oh, God, I hate when this happens. Oh, excuse me. Hopefully this will get fixed. Is it fixed? Yes. Yes. Hello. Hopefully this is fixed. The internets and all that. I'm up and running. Skadoosh. Like clockwork, baby. Just like clockwork, baby. Anyway. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic evening or morning or afternoon. However, wherever you're watching this from. I'm hoping that you guys are having a good one. It has been a good day for me today. You know, it's just been chill. It's been chill. You know, got to be honest. I'm real excited about getting things back in order as far as, I'm finally going to go and work out for the first time in like 2 weeks tomorrow. I'm excited about that. Just getting my life back together. Getting back into the swing of things, not letting things get in the way so I can just keep doing what I love to do, which is getting myself back on track. You know what I'm saying? I've been losing my mind lately because I have not been able to do what I usually do, which is get me life back in order. So I'm very happy. I'm very happy about that. To be straight funky and honest. I'm very excited about life going back. Well, for me, just being able to go and work out and do those kind of things. I'm very excited about that. I'm just going to be completely straight and honest. I mean, it's we've been in this one road for a long time. Whew, and it's been 2 weeks since I've actually lifted a weight. And, like I said, I've done push-ups. I do my push-ups and all that. I get those out of the way, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, it's not the same. Lifting a weight, picking things up and putting them down is kind of turned into a thing of the past. You feel me? It's just turned into a little bit of a thing of the past. Just a tiny bit. Ashton, hello. Good evening. Hope you're having a good one, Ashton. Can you do Garth Brooks' Friends in Low Places live? I don't know that song. I actually don't know that song. I just know, bam, blaming all my roots. Something in boots. Something like that. I don't know that song. Unfortunately, if I knew that song, I would play it for you, bruh. I'd play it for you. Bang. Stacy, you know what? Thank you so much that you're rocking the T-shirt. This is going to sound weird, but I would love if you could take a photo of the T-shirt and email it to us. We would love to be able to use it and put it out there for our fan appreciation type of thing. That would really mean a lot. I mean, I hope that's not too much to ask. And hopefully, because I sent you a mug as well. So hopefully that mug traveled and reached you in safely and in one piece, Oh, I don't care. Who cares if you're chubby? I don't care if you're chubby. I'm sure you're beautiful. You're beautiful, Stacy. You don't have to say that stuff. You rock it with confidence. That's all that matters. Rock it with absolute confidence and just take a photo because that would really mean a lot to me. That would mean the world to me, and then send it to us. I would love that. please, that would mean a lot. I've been begging for everybody else, whoever gets, whenever they get their mug or t-shirt, if they could, email me the t-shirt, them wearing the t-shirt and all that. I would love that, because I would love to be able to share that on our social medias and get people to know that there are people out there outside of my city wearing our swag, wearing that new drip, or that old drip, actually. And that's the thing. I'm working on some new t-shirts, or getting some t-shirts that I can have here in my arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Let me build my confidence a bit. Sure, I'm patient, but I would love to be able to have it so I can share, put it on our pages. Like I said, I don't have a lot of people who wear the t-shirts on the regular or very often. So if you were able to, that would really, really mean a lot. That would mean so much to me. And that's great that you wear it around town. That means a lot, seriously. And tell folks to listen to me. That really means a lot. And also, just so you guys know, I do have a podcast. So you can actually listen to the podcasts anytime you want, which is kind of cool news. Let me find that. I have a logo, or I have a flyer, little digital flyer. We're moving up in the world. It's something that you've probably seen a billion times me put up, but I'm gonna show this to you anyway, so that you could see it yourselves. But I have a podcast. So if you go to iTunes, to the Apple's podcast, if you have a Apple phone, like an iPhone, that kind of thing, they have the Apple podcast. That icon, that purple icon, is for podcasts. We're on Spotify. We're on iHeartRadio. We are on, what else? We're on Podbeam. We're on a bunch of different things, like a bunch. So, it would really mean a lot if you go find us, type in the Pascal Show podcast, and it should pop up. And you are able to listen to us, check us out. You won't be able to see me, but you'll be able to listen. Huey. Woo! Which is obviously very, very cool. So, there you have it. We have a podcast, and, I've been trying to get that up off the ground as well. So if you got friends that are more of a podcaster, more interested in just listening to things instead of actually seeing things, then definitely have them check out our podcast. That would really, really mean a lot. We put in a lot of work for that. Especially, it is literally the show. And then there's other things like, I do story times on there. There are individual interviews that are put out there as well, the whole nine. So I'm really excited about that podcast, and just trying to push it as much as I can. Both everything. I'm trying to push all platforms. You know what I mean? So it's nice to see you on here, Stacy. Why is this a better time for you to watch the evening show? Is it a better time for you? 7, like my time, 7 p.m. Is 7 p.m. Central Standard Time better for you to be able to check into the show and check things out? I'm curious. Comment down below. I'd like to know. I've been changing the times a little bit because I've been trying to do something different and just trying to see what works. But of course, I'm making these shows drastically different. You know what I mean? You're working hard at home. Yeah, I feel you. So the mornings are busy. I get that. I feel you. My morning show is very busy too. So I totally understand your pain. I feels your pains big time. Big freaking time. So yes. Okay. So 7 p.m. is a easier time. 7 p.m. is a little bit easier. It's a little bit more doable. Okay. Because I've been doing 5 p.m. and it seems like not many people tune in at 5 p.m. So I'm just like, all right, you know what? Let me see if I just do 2 hours later and just see if that works. Because honestly, 5 p.m. is really hard for me too. Because I'm usually like, I want to go have a life too. You know what I'm saying? Like me walking away from this at noon, I only get 5 hours to less than 5 hours to like eat, relax, then I come back on. So sometimes it's, you know what I mean? No, I did not. But the thing is that I'm working on getting Scotty Schwartz back on the show. So, and it's interesting that you mentioned that piece because that's something that I've been meaning to put out his interview because we did an interview with him a little while back. And he was on, we were talking, that kind of thing. And he talked about the Corey Feldman thing as well. And I just never put it out by itself. I need to do that like ASAP Rocky. So that's a very good point. That's a nice reminder because he talked about the whole thing and his whole opinion on it and what he thought about it. But I have not seen it. It's an article or is it a video, Stacy? Really? Oh, it's an article. Yes, please send me the link. I want to see this because then now I can actually. And also, Stacy, when did you see this article? When did you see this article? Because right when we got done doing the interview, he was like, "Yeah, I'm about to do this big interview, and I'm about to like expose Corey Feldman." And I said, "Oh man, can't we just do something right now? Can we talk about that a little bit?" And he's like, "No, man, I promised this dude that I was going to do this on his platform. As soon as I get done with that one, I will do yours for sure." And I'm like, okay, sure. But I didn't know if he had put it out. The first part was last week. So there's a 3-part, wait. So it's an article. So it was written. It was a written article. It wasn't something on video, correct? I don't know why I'm all snotty. Okay, so the first part was last week. You said it was a 3-parter. So when did the second and third one come out then? TV fanatic. Now you got me looking this up because now I'm going to harass him like immediately because he told me as soon as that article comes out, he promises that I would get the first interview. TV fanatic. Let's see. Crap. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, 9 hours ago. Former child actor. Let me see if I got the right one. Former child actor Scott Schwartz on the Feldman fiasco. I would love to see Mr. Feldman in a ring. I invite him to accept my challenge. Shoot, really? Really? Okay. Because then what's funny is that I've been getting some messages, some comments underneath some of these videos, right? And a lot of people have been sending me a whole bunch of stuff about Mr. Feldman saying, "Oh no, you need to check out this other thing, this other link where I guess there's a whole bunch of Corey Feldman accusers." A whole bunch of Corey Feldman accusers that are sitting there saying that he drugged and abused them as well, that he's actually a predator, and that the wolf pack that he likes to call them was in this interview. Like they were all in this Skype interview, and it was really crazy. I only got to listen to like 10 minutes of it, but because my days are usually just jam packed with life and doing this show, but it was nuts. It was absolutely nuts. And these women are going like, "We are the wolf pack and we're coming for you. We're coming for you, Feldman." I'm like, oh my Lord, this is going to be crazy. So the fact that we are seeing this now is now the fact. Stacy, you the bomb, diggity dog. You the bomb. Thank you so much for sending this to me or giving me the info. Yes, Stacy, say I don't understand, Stacy, about the women part. That's the one thing that I'm confused about. But I haven't read this article or any of the 3-part of this article, which I will definitely read here as soon as I get done with this stream, because now I'm going to look that up, and then I'm going to harass and annoy the hell out of Scotty to make sure he gets his ass back on this show immediately so that he can do a straight up talk with me about this. Didn't even know my name. My name's Pascal, my brother. Ashton, my name's Pascal. That's the title of the show. You obviously have been typing in the Pascal show. C'est moi, mon ami. C'est moi. But that is some crazy stuff. So that's great to know. Thank you. Thank you so much for telling me that, Stacy. That means a lot. And so hopefully I'll be able to get him on maybe, next week or something, because the rest of this week is freaking nuts. It's freaking nuts and freaking packed as far as the morning show. Now, I could do a late, like a nighttime, like a 7 p.m. conversation with him, which is a very good possibility. So I'm going to have to hit him up as soon as I get done with this. So because that's a great idea. Hey, Debbie, how you doing, sweetheart? She says the Wolfpackers are just a bunch of people that had small YouTube channels. They are called the drama community. I don't know. I saw this woman sent me a link, literally sent me a link underneath one of the Corey Feldman videos that I did a while back. And they said, you need to just check this out and assess this for yourself. Make up your own mind and assess this, assess this for yourself. And I agree, Debbie. Thank you. Ashton, if you're going to talk to us, but we can stop with the Alan Jackson and the Friends in Low Places. And I'm not going to be playing any Michael Jackson, my brother. I'm sorry, but I can't. If I do, I'll get flagged. I am so sorry. But I appreciate you coming in and watching the show. Continue the conversation as long as it is coherent. Okay. So I'll say I'm very interested. I'm interested to see it interested to see what Scotty has to say, because Scott had a lot to say during our interview. He did say a lot during our interview. Now you got me wanting to pull up the interview and getting that out, because I remember I was going to pull that out by itself. What? The coronavirus is mutated? What? Are you sure about that? I know it mutated when it was in the wild, and then as it moved on to humans, it had mutated to be able to get to humans, but I don't know if that's entirely true. So it's morphed, it's mutated even more since the outbreak, since the pandemic. Debbie, thank you so much for even tuning in and listening to my crazy ass and my annoying voice. I really appreciate it. I'm sure you got billions and trillions of other better things to do than to listen to my stupid ass. But thank you, Debbie. I really appreciate it. Yes, I'm going to look this up, Debbie. Stacy, I'm going to definitely look this up, because that's just so nuts to me, man. That's just so crazy that it's morphed. Yeah. So Debbie, I know you're driving, or I know that you're on your way to work and you're listening, but definitely comment down below if you've heard if the coronavirus has mutated. I kind of want to know too if that's actually true, because that just seems a little wild to me. That just seems a little wild to me, man. Where did you send, Stacy, where did you send the link? Like on the show? On the chat? Because right now I don't see anything in an email, but let me see. Maybe you did. Because that's some wild stuff. Let's see. Yeah, I haven't seen anything. A few comments above. I didn't get anything. Try emailing it to me, info@thepascalshow.com. If you don't mind doing that for me, I'd really appreciate that, because that's some news. That's news right there, guys. That is absolute that's not fantastic news. But if it's true, if that's actual factual, yes, email it, info@thepascalshow.com. If that's actual factual, then we are in a heap of trouble. Man, that's so nuts. I can't believe that. What's up, James? Good evening, James. Jalen, what's up? Hi. I think these people are going too far. Well, I don't. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if it's true, Jalen. I really don't know if the coronavirus has mutated or if it's, But if you've sent it to me, then I'm going to check this out, because the thing is like I'd like to see if it's an actually factual resource, a factual source, because people say all kinds of crazy stuff. I mean, everybody's saying one thing from you're talking about Feldman. Yeah, there's a lot of nuts. There's a lot of nutty stuff going on with Feldman for sure. I don't know how to assess it myself. And of course, my brother Scotty, I'm definitely going to have him back on the show like immediately, because then I can get some more information from him and talk to him a little bit more in depth about the Corey Feldman thing. I know when he was on the show, he was only able to talk about so much. He only talked about a little bit. He didn't go all the way in, and I wanted him to go all the way in, but he was like, I can't, because once I do that, I'm going against what I promised this dude with in regards to this article that he's writing and all that. I promised him I would do this, so the only thing I can do is do that article with him, give him the sound bites, and give him the interview. And once that's ready and done, he's like, I promise you, I got you. We will sit down and we will chop it up. So if that's the case, and if he's around and he ain't got nothing to do, because obviously he's still locked up. So if he's still locked up, he ain't got nothing to do tomorrow night. So hopefully I can get him on tomorrow night, and we can sit down and really get down to brass tacks. And I'll get a chance to read this article, all three parts of this article, and just grill him with all the questions I can get out of that article. Hopefully. We'll see. It depends on how quickly he responds to my ass. Sometimes he's like really responsive, and other times he's real lackadaisical. So we'll see what happens. Jalen, 44 people died. Ashton, 44 people died where? 44 people died. Jalen, okay. I've used the Feldman Haim story. I'm used to. I think you're saying I'm used to. I'm used to the the Feldman Haim story, to show people how. Oh, you've used the Feldman. Sorry, I'm dumb. I've used the Feldman Haim story to show people how manipulation is slipped in on them. Okay. I can help you with the Feldman story dating pretty far back. I could really, I mean, shoot, of course. I'm always down for getting some more information and stuff, because I don't know how to assess the story. There's so many different stories. There's so many different, what's the word? There's so many different theories out there. There's so many different takes, so many different stories floating around where people are sitting there saying, oh, Sheen did something. He did it. Or he did not do it. Or the mom, Haim's mom is trying to cover things up, and Feldman's lying. And now I'm hearing things about Feldman abusing women and stuff too. So it's like there's no surefire way of actually getting a factual truth behind it all. And the funny thing is when we were on a break, during one of the breaks during my interview with Scott Schwartz, he was telling me some crazy ass stories, man, about his times with Feldman. And I was like, can we talk about this when we come back from break? And he's like, no, we cannot. Not until after this article comes out. So, Stacy, being the bomb diggity dog that you are, girl, thank you so much for sending me that info or commenting that info, because now I can hit him back up and bring him back on the show and have that conversation with his ass again. So it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be glorious. Glorious. Anyway, reading some more comments. Let's see. COVID-19. Yes. Yes. I mean, more than just 44 people have died. I mean, I don't know where you're commenting from, but maybe 44 people died today where you're at. Maybe Ashton, Jalen, and alienating people around them. I've done a ton of research on the whole issue. Yeah, I mean, I'm always down to get some experts' personal opinions on certain things. That would really, really help because, like I said, I'm always looking for more things. You know, I'm always looking for more resources and more angles, Jalen. So I'm always looking for stuff, you know. Let's see. Let me see here. Let me go over here to this coronavirus mutation thing because this is kind of wild to me. Hey, Sarah, how you doing? How's Norway? Wow, from Norway. Hello, Sarah. Thank you so much for tuning in. That really means a lot. That really, really means a lot. And actually, while I'm saying hi to everybody and saying hi to Stacy and Jalen and Sarah and Ashton and Debbie, who's listening and going on her way to work, saving people's lives, you superwoman, you. One thing that I've noticed, or one thing I haven't done enough is like just reminding everybody that on Thursday, I have one of the biggest interviews I've ever done in my whole entire life coming up. Thursday morning, I had a sit down with Chris Brown's mom, Joyce Hawkins. And she does not really do many interviews at all. So the fact that I got to get invited into her home, sit down with her, and chop it up with her, it was one of the biggest moments ever in my life, and as far as this platform, and as far as my career, and I can't explain how excited I am about sharing this interview with you guys because it's really intimate, and I get to, like I said, I really do get to pick her brain and learn about raising her son, raising a son that's turned into a superstar, and we also get to talk about her fashion line and all that. So it's really, really cool. Who gets the sticker money? What does that mean, Jalen? I'm confused. Who gets the sticker money? Who gets the sticker money? Oh, okay. Hold on. One of them got, I guess your comment before got hidden. So Feldman has claimed Haim was 11, 12, 13, and 15 when he was supposedly taken advantage of. Sorry for censoring, but I'm going to do it. Which rules out Sheen and the abuse happening on the set of Lucas. Yeah, that's very, very true. It only allows super chat or super sticker. It doesn't have a donation button, a donation option. You mean the chat? This chat right now does not have a donation option? Because I see it right here, if that's what you're talking about. Oh. I would just click on if you're talking about the money button underneath, it should be right underneath. So like if you're looking at the right of your screen, and down below, right underneath your say something line, it'll say like say something. Underneath that line, there should be a dollar button. The dollar only gives two choices. Huh. Now I want to know. Oh, okay. So yeah, you can do. So what happens on this is that you can literally click on the sticker, and you can pick which one you want to do. Like if you want to have something said, like if you're like, hey, I want you to read something out loud, or here's $5 or here's $2 or whatever you're gonna do. You can do a highlighted message with that, or you can send an animated image. So those are the two options that you have. Yeah. Yeah. So instead, you can put out like an emoji. You can do hey, I just want to give some money, and here's a heart emoji. Boom. Yes, I do. It goes straight to this wonderful page. So you'll be supporting us and supporting the channel and all that. So that would really, really mean a lot, like tremendously. You have no idea. We work hard out here, Jalen. In fact, I don't even know if this is, nope, it's not, my numbers are not even on. Hold on. Okay. So anyway, so that's something that like I could use the help for sure, Jalen, in regards to some more resources in regards to stuff like that. Because like I said, I don't know a whole lot about child abuse, abuse of that kind of that caliber. I just don't. I'm just not an expert in those kind of things. And I know that you are, but I am not. Whoa. Oh my God. Thank you. Wow. Wow. You dope, Jalen. Thank you so much. That really means a lot. Oh my God. Thank you. That's hella dope. Thank you so much. Wow. That really means, that seriously means a lot. Thank you so much, Jalen. That's dope. Thank you. Thank you, Jalen. No, you're amazing. Thank you so much. Oh my Lord. That really means a lot. Thank you. Like this happens every once in a while. This doesn't happen very often. So thank you for showing your support. It really does mean a lot. Thank you. Wow. Usually, that's really nice. Thank you. Holy cow. But yeah, so like I could use the help for sure. I mean, once I get the conversation with him on, Jalen, I think what would be really cool is this, Jalen. Here's an idea. Maybe you could rock with me on this idea. All right. So let me find out the day let me get a hold of him after this show. I mean, literally, as soon as I get off this show, I'm hitting him up immediately. Okay. So once I do that, yeah, so I'm going to answer your text here in a second. But again, thank you so much. But when he is on, maybe I'll make sure that I put it out there to let everybody know what time it will be on. Right. And if you're able to be on the show, as far as like commenting underneath, asking some questions, I think that would be really good. Then I can maybe ask those questions live to him as well. Because, I don't know if anything's happened to Scotty growing up. From my understanding, nothing's happened to him. He was a little bit more fortunate in that situation. And also, I don't think he really put himself in harm's way like that. But there are other people, like the Feldman and Haim that obviously they were taken advantage of, and they were in a much different situation as Scott. But I think that by asking him or talking with him, it might be helpful to get that going. You know what I mean? So what I can do is, when I get things moving, or when I get an answer from him, hopefully I can get an answer that he'll be on like maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday, maybe on Monday or something, and then I can maybe make sure that you know somehow about it as well. And and just you're able to be a part of it, and I can just ask. You can comment and ask some questions below, and I can just throw them into the conversation. I think that would be cool, And I think I would get more donations if it were more simplistic. I agree too, but I don't unfortunately, that's just how the cookie crumbles. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, that's just how it is. Now, I mean, I do have CashApp. I do have other platforms, but I always feel weird. I'm going to be real. I feel weird putting that kind of information out like I'm trying to beg for money, and I'm not trying to beg nobody for money. You know what I'm saying? I ain't down for that kind of stuff, But of course, any type of any type of donation or money that is given is always absolutely appreciated. But unfortunately, it's just a crazy thing, unfortunately. But please send me a link. You said I'll send you a link to a playlist that will help you understand what's happened a bit better. Yes, please do. You can send it at the info at thepascalshow.com. I would really, really appreciate that. Everyone hit the dollar symbol and go through the super stickers. Choose a dollar amount you want to send. Wow, thank you, Jalen. That really means a lot. Thank you. I really appreciate that. But like I said, Thursday morning show is going to be absolutely nuts. I got to travel out to LA, sit down with one of the biggest superstars, one of the biggest names in the music industry right now as we speak. Got to personally sit down and get to know her and pick her brain and hang out with her and goof off and talk about her whole entire life, talk about fashion, talk about raising her son. We went into depth. We talked. So I'm very excited about that interview coming out on Thursday morning. You know what I mean? It's going to be killer. And my goal is to be able to have these kind of conversations with other people, with other names. I would love to sit across. Jalen, my email is info@thepascalshow.com. And Sarah, yeah, I'm super hype. I am super hype about it. And I'm super hype about it. It's going to be a huge interview. I'm sure everyone's going to really enjoy it. We had a great conversation. We had a great time. She's really wonderful. She's a wonderful woman and such a beautiful heart, just a beautiful person throughout. And so it was cool just to get to know her and rap with her and hang out with Chris Brown's daughter and just hang out, just to get to know people. It was really, really cool. So Thursday is going to be nuts. So Thursday night, my plan is to do like a discussion piece right after, that night after everybody's gotten a chance to like watch the interview and see the segment. I'm going to do like a kind of like a talk about it, afterwards. And hopefully I'll have her Skype in. I'll have her Skype in sometime next week where we can kind of do a follow-up interview, a follow-up conversation via Skype, just kind of talking about how things are, where she's at with her fashion line, how her her son is doing, so on and so forth. So it'll be a really big one as well. So yeah, we're going. I'm going all the way in on this whole interview and stuff. It's going to be really nuts. And the interview took several months to put together. Several. And then, so James, what? The government talked about reopening. They said we expect many will die, but we must restart business. That's so messed up. Yeah, we did talk about this morning too. That's a weird way to talk to think money over many lives. Guess Gov has decided to kill off Social Security ages. Wow. That's nuts. Yeah, we did talk about that whole thing of like I think that we were talking about like what is the cost of a life? What is the actual cost of life? And apparently it's like $10 million. Each person is $10 million. That's what the cost of life is, which is so messed up to even wrap our minds around, you know? And the fact that they want to open up these things. They want to reopen the states. They want to reopen the country. Yet they still are hearing that it's going to be like 40% of people are going to die. 40% of people are going to get infected and die. And they don't give a damn. They don't give a damn about it. That's nuts. We are in no way, shape, or form in a place where we can be like this. Now, Stacy did send me something about coronavirus mutation, and I'm looking at this. Scientists say a now dominant strain of coronavirus appears to be more contagious than original. Damn it. This is the LA Times. This is from the LA Times? Bruh. Okay, scientists have identified a new strand of coronavirus that has become more dominant worldwide and appears to be more contagious than the versions that spread in the early days of COVID-19 pandemic. According to a new study led by scientists at Los Alamos, I don't know, National Laboratory. Wow. Okay, so the new strand appeared in February in Europe, migrated quickly to the East Coast of the United States, and has been the dominant strain across the world since mid-March, the scientists wrote. In addition to spreading faster, it may make people vulnerable to a second infection after a first bout with the disease. Holy shoot. So there was a 36-page report that was posted on Thursday in BioRxiv, whatever the hell that is, a website that researchers use to share their work before it is peer reviewed. An effort to speed up collaborations with scientists working on COVID-19 vaccines or treatments. That research has been largely based on the genetic sequence of earlier strains and might not be effective against the new one. Damn it. Holy. There's more. The mutation identified in the new report affects the now infamous spikes on the exterior of the coronavirus, which allow it to enter human respiratory cells. The report's authors said that they felt an urgent need for an early warning so that vaccines and drugs under development around the world will be effective against the mutated strain. Wherever the new strain appeared, it quickly affected far more people than the earlier strains that came out of Wuhan, China. And within weeks, it was the only strain that was prevalent in some nations. The new strain's dominance over its predecessors demonstrates that it is more infectious, according to the report, though exactly why is not yet known. Holy crap. When did this come out? Oh, damn, today. This morning at 4 a.m. on Cinco de Mayo. New coronavirus. Damn. Part 2. Come on, yo. This is stupid. Oh my God. H1N1 didn't get, I think you said N1, yeah. H1N1 didn't get this type of attention, and it was pretty bad. That's true too. H1N1 was really bad, but I don't know if it was getting us like this though. We weren't shutting down a country. We weren't shutting down no country on this kind of stuff. You got to remember that. Keep that in mind. Which is still like, this is nuts. If this is actually true, this is the LA Times though. Holy crap. There's still more. I mean, I'm not going to read all of this, but I mean, you know, there was SARS, bird flu, H1N1. I mean, there was all kinds of. Yeah, we weren't so close to an election. No kidding. If you change the lock, new strain vaccine might not work. That's true. Holy crap. Go to CDC's website for more information. Yeah, I mean, there's no way. I mean, it's mind-blowing that this is, like, if that's actually 100, I mean, obviously it's the LA Times. You know, that's it. I would say it's a somewhat reliable, a decent resource, but at the same time, holy crud, man. Stacy, this is some crazy stuff, man. But yeah, I mean, you know, you also got to remember, CDC said today, open up and prepare to die. Literally, that's what it's saying. That's what the government's saying. Like, you know, people are gonna die, but no big deal. You know what I mean? Open up the doors. No big deal. Stacey, you're fine. Thank you for the information, because this is information that I need to know, that we all need to know. I just didn't know this. This is brand new. You just opened up a whole new world. Like, this is crazy. That's crazy. No, but James is right, Jalen, because they have been saying that on the news all this time. They've been saying this on the news all this time. They've basically been saying, hey, you know, we're going to lose. Hey, we're going to have some casualties. So we might as well we just got to open up the doors. The president does not want to close doors. He wants to open up doors as soon as possible. And you're right, James. The beaches will open. They will most definitely open. But for what good is that? What good is that? And yeah, like I said, we talked about it this morning on the show. It's like they are factoring in like the cost of a life. Now they're doing that. Now it's kind of like, what's the cost of a life? You know, we lose 40, meh. You know what I'm saying? Jalen, there are so many people that are quarantined with their abusers. I've lost 2 kids from the virus indirectly. Yeah, and that's true. There are a lot of people that are locked up right now with people that are just terrible. Tyrants, violent people that want to hurt each other, that want to keep abusing their wives, that want to keep abusing their husbands, they want to keep abusing their children, and there's no way for them to get out and get free because they're locked up. And it's not like they can go somewhere and find refuge. And that's what's so frustrating about the situation, too. It's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't. And I think that's why the government's kind of going, well, hey, if we just open up, I mean, we're going to lose some people, but we'll still be able to open up. Americans can actually go back to work and make money again. And everyone can stop buzzing around my ears. It's kind of like Trump's thinking, oh, they can stop buzzing around my ear about this coronavirus. I can stop being talked about. I can stop talking about this damn pandemic and talk about how America is thriving again, because he's just more concerned about his approval ratings and getting money into the country than actually having people survive. And that's what the sad part is. That's the sad part about this whole thing. You know? Holy crap, I seen a video that was made 10 years ago planning biological warfare as population control. That is also, I've seen that one too. But like I said, I've seen so many different videos of all types of things. You know what I mean? I'm also sending money to kids that depended on free breakfast and lunch for nourishment. Yeah, I mean and I commend you, Jalen, for being such a wonderful and kind heart, and so giving, because there's not a lot of us out there that are wanting to or trying to help out or trying to lend a helping hand to the less fortunate, because there's a lot of less fortunate people that are just dying of hunger as well, which is nuts, you know. Stacy, he would care if his family was infected. Absolutely. But actually he would care, but he would put his family first. Absolutely. Imagine if Ivanka was sick, holy cow. She would be first in line for everything. First in line for everything. You know what I'm saying? He would not give a damn. He'd be like, I'm the president of this United States. I'm the most powerful man in the world. You get out of the way and you help my daughter. Forget everybody else and help my daughter. That's what would happen for sure. Without a shadow of a doubt, that's what would happen. This virus is doing a lot more harm than anyone realizes. Absolutely. I mean, nothing's getting better. Nothing's getting better. And that's what's frustrating. They say that we're flattening the curve, but this is what really grinds my gears, y'all. So we get maybe a week or two, maybe even less. And we're automatically going, oh, we're fine. Oh, cool. The world is fine. We flattened the curve for a week, so therefore we can go and do anything we want. We can go back to live performances, live concerts, and go back to churches and hug each other and lick each other's faces and spit in each other's mouths. It's no big deal. We flattened the curve for only a week. And we're opening up everything like this? Are you kidding me? Come on, guys. Jalen, for sure. Maybe he leaving room for cannibalism. Yeah, him and Alex Jones together in one unit. Just, you know, I'll eat your ass. I'm just looking across the field, across the yard, just looking at my neighbors, just going, yep. I'll just string you up, gut you. Crazy. I will eat your ass. That's amazing. I didn't know he liked to eat ass. Anyway. But that's what's so frustrating about it. Not the eating ass part. To each their own. Moving on. The fact that we flattened the curve. Not even flattened the curve. There's not been full proof of curve being flattened. Of said curve, this imaginary line that they've created on a graph and said, hey, here's the curve. Looks like we flattened it. No, New York is still in the shit. Where is it? Where are the facts, Jack? That's what I'd like to know. That's what's so frustrating. And then all of a sudden, because everybody's going, oh, it's America, I got my rights. And they're walking around with the AR-15s and they're throwing around, like waving their Confederate flags because they got their right to assemble and their right for freedom of speech. That is some bullshit, man. I don't give a damn about your AR-15s and the fact that you are America. I don't care how hardcore America you are. What I want to know is if the flattened curve is really flat. Where's the proof? Where are the facts? Everybody and their mama wants to go, jump up, get in their car, drive around, fly to different places, go to public places. As soon as they say doors are wide open, guess what's gonna happen, yo? The entire world, the entire country is going to go to a beach or go traveling or do something stupid. And guess what's going to happen? Everybody and their mama's going to get sick. Because they said, oh, we flattened the curve. Hey, for 3 days. By the way, you know when they decided, the day before they decided to open up this state, before they decided to open up this state, they had the highest number. They had the highest number of infections and I think it was infections and deaths in the state of Missouri in one day. The day before they opened up the doors, before they opened up the country. It's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. Maria, how you doing, Maria? She's saying Orange County in California is getting their way after protesting last week, and beaches are opening up. That is the stupidest thing. Oh, my God. Okay, so here's the thing. All of California has been shut down pretty hardcore. My sister lives in LA. She's going stir crazy, understandably. But I'd rather her be having bouts of cabin fever than her having bouts of coughing fits, tightness of chest, not being able to breathe, needing a respirator, and being 2 tiptoes away from death. I'd rather her be safe and losing her mind than her being out there with every stupid person out there thinking that they're impenetrable because they haven't gotten sick yet. So this is a perfect time to go to a beach. Let's go to the beach. Let's get naked and run around in the beach and all that stuff. That's the smart thing to do. No, it's not. Has the curve flattened? I ask you all of my beautiful people that are watching right now and listening and tuning in, has the curve flattened? And for how long has that curve flattened? And Maria, thank you so much for the comment. But that's some bull. And I'm waiting to see when that happens. Ready, Rock. Statistics have shown that the number of people infected will rise once everything is opened back up. How stupid and irresponsible of the government. Thank you. But here it is, though. The Ready Rock, you my boy. Thank you so much for commenting. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to rock with you on that comment. Why? Because here it is, though. It is not up to the government on what we end up doing the next day they say open the doors. It's on how we as Americans, as citizens of this country, it's how we actually approach the next process, the next step. If we are the dumbass Americans that everybody else in this world likes to think of us as, the dumbass American is going to open up their doors and go, freedom, and run out and start just licking poles and dry humping cement blocks and all kinds of stuff. Wait for it. And then those people get infected. The smart citizen, the smart American is going to be like, yo, hey, I'm going to step back a little bit and I'm going to see what's good real quick before I put myself and my loved ones in harm's way. Let's test the waters. You know what I'm saying? Let's test the waters and let's see how deep this side of the pool is before we jump all the way in, only to find out that it's the deep end and we can't swim. That's the problem. That's the problem. Everybody and mama, I get it. Everybody and their mama wants to get out. Everybody and their mama wants to go and do some shit. I get that. I gets it. I ain't mad at nobody about that at all. Trust me, I want to go out. Are you kidding me? I mean, don't get me wrong. This room is swagged out. Let me tell you. Shoot, this purple is ridiculous. But at the same time, I want to be outside and kicking it and having a good time. I wanted to be out in Cinco de Mayo with my friends, having a good, hey, you know, I wanted to do all that stuff. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Big sombrero, holding some non-alcoholic beer in my hand and having a great, grand old time. Hail to the yeah. But I'm also realistic. And if I want to live, I'm not about to go. Sorry, Maria. I'm not about to go and put myself in harm's way or anyone I love in harm's way just because I want to get mine. That's bullshit. We all should know better. We are some stubborn people. And it's so frustrating sometimes. I love my country. I love our people. Our people are dope. We have some great things about us, and we have some great flaws about us. And one of the biggest flaws is we automatically get so defensive about our rights. Every time. It's my right. It's like, come on, man. Shut the hell up. This ain't about rights. This is about you living. Shut the up. Por favor. Tranquilo. You know what I'm saying? Chill, bruh. In light of Cinco de Mayo. Tranquilo. Cabrón. Por favor. Chill. But no, everybody's like, my rights. Stupid. So stupid. So, James, good question. Or I'll read your first comment. You said the thinking is, this won't go away without a vaccine, and vaccine is months away. Yes, that's very true. So you said, so stay closed 6 months. I don't have an answer for that. I can't answer. I ain't the government. I ain't the government, and I ain't CDC, and I'm not WHO or WHO. You know what I'm saying? But CDC, cry daddy cry. WHO, who? But I'll say this. I think that we all need to be cautious about things. I think we need to step back and see what's going on first. When the government says, come on, kids, just come on and jump in these shark-infested waters. It's fine. The water's fine. It might be a little choppy. You might get, pulled in from the undertow, but it'll be fine, honey. Just come on in. Shark-infested waters. They're just little. They're little baby sharks. They'll just nibble at you. They're nothing. Most of the time, you're gonna go, I'm gonna wait till those sharks kind of move out and the water settles. But because we're so thirsty, we're going, swan diving into that mug. Just woo. You know what I'm saying? The most glorious swan dive into shark-infested waters. Why? Because we're so stubborn and we can't handle the idea of our quote-unquote freedoms taken away from us. All because we're just trying to survive. Ready, rock. That's the problem with this YOLO mentality these youngins have nowadays. Facts. We saw about a month ago. Man, it's so funny how quickly this month has gone by. For me, it's gone by like crazy fast. But I watched the video with all y'all. Some of you were there. Ready Rock, you weren't there, of course, but welcome to the show. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching this video. I'm literally watching a video of these spring breakers. And this is right when they're in Miami. They're in Miami. They're kicking it. They're doing their thing. They're having a grand old time. And they're getting interviewed about getting infected with the coronavirus. And obviously a lot of them are like, there's no way I'm going to get infected. That I'm not going to, like, it's BS that I'm getting shut down. They're shutting down the beaches on my spring break. This is what's coming out of these kids' mouths. Then let's fast forward real quick to just like last week. Just a few days ago. There were people that literally were trying to get onto the beaches. They stormed the beaches. They stormed their own beaches, y'all. Like this was D-Day. You know what I'm saying? They stormed their own beaches because they said, this is America. I got my rights. Literally. Stormed the beaches. Stormed their own beaches. People were getting arrested because they were breaking the mandates that were going on. Why? Because they got their rights. And funny thing is this ain't youngins, my brother. Ready Rock. This ain't some YOLO, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it wasn't even YOLO, bruh. Nah. These are old, grown-ass men that were getting arrested, screaming, these are my rights. I want to go to the beach. I got my rights, because they think that they are impenetrable to this virus in which thousands upon thousands of people are dying from every single day, especially in a state like California that is getting riddled with the virus still to this day as we speak. Yet they got their rights. YOLO. See what I'm saying? Stupid. Maybe stay closed 9 months. Nah, James. I think 9 months is way too long. Everybody, literally, there would be a lot of men that would be turned into bitches. Literally. Their wives will turn them into their bitch. This will be the worst version of HBO's Oz ever. You know what I'm saying? This will be like Locked Up Abroad. Nah, that's not good. You know what I'm saying? That's not good. 9 months is way too long. Way too long. But I think that another month, maybe get through to June. I think that's fair enough. Get through this month, see what's going on, see if the dust has settled, see if this imaginary curve has freaking flattened first. Then we can go out and do whatever the hell we want. What's 2-3 more weeks? You know what I'm saying? What's 3 more weeks, bruh? What's 3 more weeks? Come on, that ain't nothing. We just got through 4 or 5 weeks so far. Come on, man. 3 more weeks ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. Jalen, we are staying in quarantine for an additional month, including our 18-year-old son. I go for a drive by my granddaughter's house and throw candy and little toys like a parade. I think that's I think that's genius, and I think that's cute as hell. And I commend you for doing those kind of things, because that's the kind of things that we need. We need to have that kind of stuff and just be smart with it. Keep your mask nearby. Keep sanitizing and just play it smart. You know, I think that's. I'm sure that's their government thinking. Yeah, I'm sure that's what the government is thinking for sure. They're just going, well, let's see what happens, and if a whole bunch of people die, well, we were listening to you guys. You said. Correction, y'all wanted the doors to be open. You wanted the states to be open, so we did exactly what you wanted to do. It ain't our faults. We did what you asked us to. So I'm interested to see what happens. Jalen, Missouri is an open carry state. Don't piss anyone off around here right now. Facts. Absolutely. Shoot. Careful, careful, careful. There's a lot of cowboys out there. Stacy, hello. Human chum for the Sharks. Yeah, no thanks. I'll stay home. Facts. KMJ or KM Gaming. Thank you so much for saying quality show. I really appreciate it, brother. Or sister. I don't know, but thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of the show on Twitch. Coming in all the way from Twitch. Definitely comment down below and let us know where you're commenting from, KM. It would really mean a lot. Anyway, Ashton, Christmas family bye. I'm done with you, Ashton. Jalen, I'm sorry, P. I will not give up my firearms. There's so many burglaries right now because people are getting desperate. You know, the funny thing is that I'm actually wanting to get strapped myself. So, and I'm not one to be like, yo, I want a gun. I like firing guns. They're fun. Going to the firing range, knowing how to hold a certain gun, knowing how to run, handle and operate guns and all that. Absolutely. But for me, I don't own one. I got other weapons, but I don't have an actual gun. But I've always wanted to get one nowadays because, yes, people are starting to get crazy. People are getting really, really desperate. Money is getting scarce. Now meat is getting scarce. I mean, it's getting crazy right now. And people do crazy things when they're desperate, and that's one thing I've been wanting to do is invest in a firearm. Maria, there was packed restaurants in San Clemente this past weekend because the owner said he worked too hard to lose his business. See, now that's a special kind of dumb. So whoever the owner of in that restaurant in San Clemente is one selfish son of a gun. That's somebody I wish. That's somebody, of course, I understand that he needs to pay his bills and keep his business going. But there are not PPEs. There are payroll payouts going on right now, payroll payout loans that are happening right now. All he has to do is sign up for it, and he can get a year's worth of his whatever he grosses, so that he can pay his employees, so he can pay the bills, so that he can get things so he can keep the wheels turning in his business. That takes 2 seconds for him to fill out a form and get some free monies, which, of course, if he plays the game right, he doesn't have to pay that off if he plays the game right. That's a loan that is supposed to be a loan, but if you play the game right, you don't have to pay the loan back. Something to think about to that guy or person, that owner of that restaurant. That is a special kind of selfish. That's another level. And I'm surprised that the cops haven't been told about it, haven't gotten properly abreast about the situation, because on some real stuff, if he does that again, I guarantee you he's going to get arrested. And Jalen, you can't fix stupid. Stupid is forever. That is very, very true. It is so true. Look at all the YouTubers that are out there that makes the stupidest prank videos on planet Earth, and yet they get millions of views. Why? Because there's a million of really dumb people in the world. Anyway, we can do it. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up. So glad I'm married to my best friend. That's awesome, Jalen. You're very lucky, because there's a lot of people that aren't as lucky to be married to their best friend. I'm lucky to have my best friend. I'm not married to her yet, but I'm lucky to have my best friend right next to me every single day. I'm very lucky. And my 2 annoying ass dogs. Anyway, some guard, James said, some guard got killed at Dollar General for enforcing a mask rule. See, that's what's crazy. People are going to be on edge now. This is the weirdest 2020. Oh my dear God. This is the weirdest 2020, y'all. This is the weirdest 2020. That's all I'm going to say. This is the weirdest 2020. This is the weirdest year I've ever experienced in my entire life. And I've lived through 9/11. I've lived through and seen and witnessed 9/11 with my own 2 eyes. Physically seen planes go into buildings covered in soot, the whole 9, running from my life. And I thought, this can't be real life. Is this real life? And this right now takes the cake. This whole situation. Thank you, baby Jesus. No one near me, no one close to me has gotten sick or is dying from it. But I know a lot of people that have not been as fortunate, and it's been terrible. My daughter is a surgical nurse at Children's Hospital. Face masks do not prevent anyone from catching the virus. That's very true. It is literally, it is theater of the mind. It is just a theatrical thing. You know what I mean? Oh, London, KM. What's up? That's what's up. London. Hello, brother. Hello. That was the worst accent in the world. Sorry, brother. I mean no disrespect. KM, though, thank you so much for tuning into the show, and that's dope. London. You know, we have Norway, we have London, you know what I'm saying? We got New Mexico, we got St. Louis in the house, we got Tennessee, we got Alabama, you know what I mean? Anyway, no shirts, no shoes, no mask, no service. So he got shot and killed. It's a damn shame, James. That's a damn shame. The fact that that's a damn shame. There were people, and this is Ready Rock, there were people who actually injected themselves with disinfectant because Trump said it would fight against the virus. What's in this GMO foods they're feeding us to contribute to this stupidity? I don't know. I really don't know. And you know, last Friday, I got into it with one of the show's listeners and huge supporters, Woodgrain. You know, shout out to my boy Woodgrain if he is actually listening somewhere. And you know, we did talk about that in great lengths about Trump and what he said on at the podium and all that. And I know that everyone's thinking what he said is, oh, he was saying that to the people. He actually really wasn't saying it to the people, but the microphone happened to be on, and the people, meaning all of us, heard his dumbass question live. So then a lot of people thought it in their own minds, oh, if Trump is suggesting it as a question, why don't I just turn myself into a guinea pig? And that's pretty much what happened. Stupidity is stupidity is stupidity. You know what I mean? Stacey, you're saying don't get a gun, get a really good alarm system with a lot of cameras. That's what I did. Nobody messes with Stacey and fam. And you know what? Facts all day. But at the same time, if there is desperation, never underestimate the power of desperation. I'll just say that. When you are sitting there and you are in dire need, you are in dire need of money, dire need of food, dire need of anything, you will do whatever it takes. If you crack open a door and the alarm goes off, you're still going to go in. Some people might run away, but the real desperate ones are going to go in and try to grab whatever they can and then get the hell out. So, for my own sake and the safety of the people that I love that surround me, a gun sometimes might be the best route, because sometimes those guys are carrying a gun too. Or they're carrying something else, like a knife or some sort of weapon. But desperation calls for people to do very desperate things. You know, when when you're put against the wall, you're stuck in a corner, people will do some crazy ish, bruh. Like crazy stuff. Even if I had a gun just for show, that's even more intimidating. Pointing a gun at somebody is an intimidating gesture. That's terrifying. You know, you never forget the person that pointed a gun at your face. And that's happened to me before, and I'll never forget that dude's face. You know what I mean? So I wasn't robbing anybody or anything, but, you know. Got stopped by a cop. There was a robber in my apartment complex when I was living in New York. This was right after 9/11, literally just a few months after. There was apparently, I lived in a really nice apartment complex in New York City. And apparently there was a robber. There was a dude that was in the apartment complex. And I was running late for school. And so I'm running out of the building and the place is surrounded. And as I run out, a cop, there was only one cop out. All the other squad cars were pulling up. And apparently, I guess it was, how typical. Black kid wearing a hoodie, sneakers, jeans and sneakers. Guess what I was wearing? Yeah, that same stuff. Different color hoodie, but I was wearing jeans and sneakers. rushing out the door, and had a book bag on my back. Cop pulled out that gun. That was the most awkward situation I've ever been in. And the dude was like screaming at me, thinking that I was the kid. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Like, I live here. Had to show him my keys, my ID, everything. But there was a good moment where he literally pulled the gun out, said freeze, because apparently this dude had done something. I don't know what he did, but I guess they were saying that he was armed and very dangerous. Not until I got patted down, not until they checked my ID, not until they saw my home, not until they did a full background check of who I was, did they actually let me go. But left turn story. But, you know, you never forget. I still remember what that guy looks like. You know, still remember. You just remember, like, the pointing a gun is a huge gesture, and that makes people pause hard. Yeah, I mean, at least it did for me. You know, and I still remember that moment like it was yesterday. You know. So, Jalen says, if you're afraid of a real gun, if you're afraid of a real gun, but a Daisy BB gun, it looks real. It looks like a real gun, and is not likely to kill someone. BB guns is not a bad idea because it would hurt like a mug. Or a paintball gun. Paintball guns will put some damage on somebody. Real talk. Shoot, man. Wow. You guys are coming in. I'm going to try to jump over. Stacy, I have a great alarm system, over 50 cameras on my property. I've still caught people trying to break in on camera. Yeah, and that's the other thing. It's like, okay, camera, sure, but it's a camera. There's so many other people that are going to sit there and go, oh, yeah, you know, whatever. If they catch me, I don't care. They're still going to break in. If they catch me on camera, that still doesn't mean that still doesn't change the fact that I'm going to be able to smash and grab something from this place. You know, I'm going to be able to get that really nice, you know, vase that's over there, or that jewelry that person has, or the safe with all the money in it, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a great suggestion. And yes, get security cameras and get all that stuff all day long. Please, and thank you. But at the same time, though, sometimes a weapon is all you need. Sometimes, especially now with these crazy times. You feel me? Let's see. No joke. I'm afraid of thieves with malicious intent. It does keep me up at night. Yeah, that stuff kind of freaks me out. You know, Stacy, that stuff, that idea really does freak me out. Ready Rock. I'm from Philly. Are you from the tri-state too? No, man. I lived in New York. I lived in New York for 10 years. But I was born and raised in St. Louis, and I'm back in St. Louis right now as we speak. My father, I went to college in New York, was there for a good while. But then my dad got really sick, so I moved back into town to stay and take care of my dad. And that's a whole other Charles Dickens story as well. You know what I mean? It's quite the story for real. Yeah. So that's why I came back, you know, and I've been here ever since. But now, you know, because of my job, because of what I do, you know, I run a radio show here in town that I do every morning, you know, and that we stream online. We stream on this channel every morning as well. And so I just haven't moved. My plan is to move again soon, but things have stopped me from moving. Rona. So we're here for now until Rona stops happening. You feel me? I'm sorry that happened to you, Pascal. It's not right. Yeah, you know, here's the thing. It woke me up. It made me learn some things. You know, at least it wasn't a Michael Brown Jr. kind of situation, which I'm very thankful for. You know, I was lucky because that guy was itching for some action. You know, some cops, I'm not knocking cops. Like, I'm not trying to go there like that, but there's a lot of cops that tend to have that itch, like they have they got that extra hitch in their giddy up because they just are so looking for that adrenaline. They're wanting to see that action, and he was that guy. You know, you could tell he was just ready to just mess somebody up. He was about to take somebody's life. He was ready to take someone's life. And thank God I was able to talk to him and talk him down and try to show him, like, I mean, I did everything slowly type stuff. But, you know, I just was talking to him straight. You know what I mean? Let's see. Okay, I'm going to buy a gun. Yeah. Okay, Stacy. All I'm saying is please be safe with that. Moving back to New York City, Stacy? No, probably not. I'm probably not going to move back to New York City. One of the reasons why now even more is, in a way, everything happens for a reason. I moved back here because of my dad. I left New York. And I have a feeling that if I went back to New York, I would have stayed. And then I would have been stuck there right now in New York City with all the Rona stuff going on. So I'm really thankful that I'm not there right now because of that. In fact, last summer, me and my girl were pretty much dead set on moving out west and moving to LA because of what I do. And because of the career that I'm building. And some things were offered, were brought to the table here in this town that made me stay, like a radio show and other work. So I said, you know, we're going to stay. Then, you know, and as we were like talking about, you know, possibly moving or possibly going somewhere, that's when all this Rona stuff happened too. So it was like, all right, I'm just going to, on some real stuff, I'm sitting back, I'm staying. We're going to move into our new place. I'm going to start this radio show and we're going to see what happens. And after that happened, Rona happened. And then all of a sudden everyone's locked up and everyone's shut down. And it was kind of like, you know what? Everything happens for a reason. If I move to California, real talk, man, if I moved to California in the past, like this past summer, woo! I don't know if I'd have the same things that I have right now. I don't think I'd be as lucky or as blessed as the things that I have right now. So I gotta be straight funky with you. Yeah, man. Yeah. I know. I'm happy that I'm here. I'm really happy I'm here. But I'm hoping to move here in the very near future. But this is a great place. This is a great home. You know, me and my girl have built a beautiful home here. You know, I still have my family here, the whole nine. One of the reasons why I was going to move was because my dad passed 5 months ago. And so I was here specifically for my dad. I was specifically here for him. But when he passed, or since he's passed, that has given me more reason to pick up some stuff and go. Because nothing, you know, aside from my mom and my you know, like my siblings and everything, like, yeah, I have, they're here, but the real reason why I stayed was because I wanted to make sure that I didn't miss out on my dad. So we'll see what happens in regards to that. And Ready Rock, yes, everything definitely happens for a reason. And yeah, I've heard nothing but crazy things like that. New York is absolutely chaotic. You are very, 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 very right. It is absolutely chaotic. And I got a lot of friends out there that are sitting there going, man, we're like locked up in our little cubicle versions of our apartments. We can't do anything. We're stuck in our little homes. Like we're stuck in our little boxes, and that's it. So I'm very thankful that I'm not in that situation either, you know? Woo! And Stacy, thank you so much for your condolences. I really appreciate that. Seriously. My dad was the bomb. My dad was the shiznizzle. You don't even understand. My father was an incredible man, and every day I am trying my hardest to even try to get one hair of a fraction of what he was like, because he was incredible. I'm trying to live up to his legacy. How's that? Ready Rock saw them in New York, leaving dead bodies in unrefrigerated U-Hauls. How could you do people, family members like that? I know that there's maybe not enough space in morgues, but that's just messed up. Yeah, I agree. I've seen the footage. I've seen that footage, and that stuff is crazy. That stuff is crazy. And the fact that that's actually real. But then I think, if I'm correct, it's the bodies that aren't being identified that are actually in those unrefrigerated U-Hauls. Because I think you get about a week or 2 weeks or something like that to identify the dead, to identify the deceased. And if they don't get identified, then they get they get placed into U-Hauls or like 2-ton trucks and sent out to like a landfill where they are literally burying all of the unidentified deceased. It's crazy. Like I'm saying, it's like, this is literally like that movie Contagion. Just like it. See, now what we need to have is Contagion and Outbreak smashed into one. You know, like you got the Contagion, everyone's getting sick and all that, right? But then you have the Dustin Hoffman and the Cuba Gooding Jr. type that are running around, flying in helicopters, saving the world because they have to save the world in less than 24 hours type of thing. And they find the monkey that was spreading the contagion, and then they find the serum. They create the serum to fight off the virus, and everyone gets happy and everyone gets to bang Rene Russo. That's what needs to happen. Just a thought. You know what I'm saying? All because, Dustin Hoffman in Outbreak, all he was doing was running around, and his only motivation was because he wanted to bang Rene Russo. He was just trying to get the antidote. He was just trying to get the little monkey for the antidote so that he could save his girl, so that they could not be divorced and he could keep banging her. There it is. So if they were able to smash that love story into Contagion and then have Homeboy fly all over the place because he's like, I'm just trying to bang Rene Russo the entire time, but he's able to get the monkey, get the serum, save the whole planet, and then he can go be butt naked and go balls deep, and everybody's happy. See what I'm saying? I'm an idiot. But you know what I'm saying. You know exactly what I'm saying. Turn the story of Contagion that was really, really dismal and dark, smash it into one. You see what I'm saying? Smash that into one. Take the Dustin Hoffman love story with Rene Russo when all he wants to do is get wet. Then you got the Contagion with everybody fucking dying. Smash it all into one. Then we all have a merry, holly, jolly Christmas. You see what I'm saying? Just a thought. It's okay. Just saying. Anyway. Just a thought. Oh my gosh, my sister's on here. I will stop saying it. Yes, I will stop. But on some real stuff, I'm interested to see what happens with everything. The world is getting crazy. The world is getting crazy. We shouldn't open our doors yet. That's what I personally think. Manushka, hi. My sister's in the chats now, guys, just so you know. My sister Manushka's in here. Anyway, what genre would that be under? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. It would be under some weird genre. You know, maybe it would be romance action, something like that. Just a thought. Just saying. Unfortunately, because I just don't know what else to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you look at those two different movies, and they're two drastically different movies, and how you perceive them is different. What is a sister, Ashton? Come on, man. Come on, bruh. But Ready Rock, that would be a very good question. Very good question, you know. But I'm sorry I apologize to anybody who was offended by any of my colorful descriptions and my colorful jokes. I'm sorry. You know, I was just making a tiny bit of a joke. But at the same time, we're just not ready to open our doors. We shouldn't be opening our doors as of yet. That's what I think. I think when it comes to workplaces and all that, I think that's one thing. But, you know, like to at some certain spots. But when it comes to places that are going to be revolving doors where you have consistent people going in and out of some places, like a Trader Joe's or like a restaurant of some sort where people are touching your food all day long, that's just another thing. You know, that's another conversation in itself for sure. You know, did you ever watch Soylent Green with Charlton Heston? Nah, I've never heard of that. Soylent Green. That's what, I don't know why it sounds Australian. Soylent Green. But no, I've never heard of that, Stacy. That's something I need to check out. No need to be sorry, laughter cures. Thank you, Ready Rock. I mean, you know, I was just, you know, trying to throw in some color instead of me just ranting and raving about this world and how messed up it is and how they're like, well, let's just open up the doors. No big deal. Well, everyone's going to die. Well, you know what I mean? It's just crazy. It's crazy. Sci-fi movie about the end of the world and a serious lack of food. Oh, I'm going to talk about that. Or, I mean, I want to check that out. I wasn't talking about color. Oh, what were you talking about, Jalen? I'm just curious. Because obviously I'm not trying to offend anyone here. You know, this is an open conversation. I'm just trying to make people chuckle. You know what I'm saying? But I'm wondering what you were meaning by that. I would like to know for sure, Jalen. Because, you know, we all love you here, Jalen. Ready Rock, they said Soylent Green is an inside look on the impossible meat America is, what? Serving, I guess? Okay. Conspiracy based. Oh, okay. Look back at comments. Okay. I'll check it out. Nah, man. Nobody ruined anything, bruh. You good. Oh, okay. Oh, my God. Okay, I get it. I'm done with all y'all. You guys are some funny people. But yeah. Hey, Pascal, on a happier note, did you ever try Lou Malnetti deep dish pizza? No, I haven't. I have not. And I'm a connoisseur of pizza. Yes, I am a connoisseur of pizza. Trust and believe. So I need to check that out. You know what I mean? That's the therapist in me. Absolutely, Jalen. And you know, I get now what you were referring to for sure. Yeah, you guys should be asking my sister Manushka some questions because she's on here live right now, just commenting away. So please ask her a question. That would be entertaining to see because she's enjoying the conversation. I'm gonna, Stacy, I'm gonna look it up. Maybe they have some frozen versions of it or something like that. Frozen pizza versions of it. I'm gonna have to check that out. Real talk. Leave me alone. Come on, Manush. Come on. I'm playing. Don't leave, Manush. Don't do that. Stick around. I won't harass you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to do that. You know, we're all here for the love anyway. You know? In fact, they ship it to your house? Wait. So, Stacey, I can order this anywhere in the country type of thing? Real talk? Oh, you can scream all you want. It's fine. That got my attention, though. I'm like, okay, there it is. You know what I'm saying? But really, they ship it to your house. That's what's up. Okay. You know, I'm writing this down right now as we speak. Yes, I'm writing this down. It's like Illuminati. Anyway, Illuminati. Yeah, it's like Illuminati. It's like, hey, have you had a pizza from Illuminati? See what I'm saying? I don't have to like hold up a diamond and say, Hova. Nothing like that. Nothing crazy. You know? I don't have to put a third eye over my head or cover my left eye or anything crazy like that when I order the pizza. Don't use Grubhub and such. Don't trust it. Really? Yeah, see, and my sister Manushka is all about these conspiracy theories and ish. You know what I'm saying? So I knew she was going to read into that and go, oh, wait a second. Illuminati. You know what I'm saying? Deep dish of pizza. You know? What's the funniest thing about your brother that's not common knowledge? Oh, okay, Manushka, that's a question for you. You can go ahead and answer that if you want, you know? But the pizza is so good. I'm going to have to check this out. I literally wrote it down. I put it in my notebook. I'm going to look this up. I'm literally going to order some, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm going to eat it, and I'm going to let you know if the pizza is good or not, Stacey. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? We'll see if my sister comments. Oh, you gave me the number. Oh, I see it now. See, some things get hidden. Bet. You know for a fact I'm calling this. Make sure I got that written down. Okay. I'm doing that. Real talk. Bacardi's on the Hill. That's a good spot, too. He loves peanut butter. Yep. So here's the thing. Manush, I'm very proud of you. Manush. I'm proud of you. See, that's some old school stuff. But I did have a conversation with them a while back. So Manushka just said he loves peanut butter and loves to dunk peanut butter sandwiches in chocolate milk. So that was a thing that I used to do when I was a kid. That was like life. That was the thing that we used to do. We would take Wonder Bread or Bunny Bread. That's what I said, Bunny Bread. We would put peanut butter, make a sandwich, get that Nestle Quick powder, chocolate powder, mix it up into a nice cold glass of milk. So you turn that ish into chocolate milk. Then you would take the peanut butter sandwich, cut it in half or cut it in a triangle, however you like it, however you please. And then you would dip the peanut butter sandwich into the chocolate milk. Ever so gently. Yes. See, delicately descend the sandwich into the chocolate milk. But don't leave it in there for too long because you don't want it too soggy, because once you do that, it falls apart and it gets gross and it gets all over the place inside the cup of chocolate milk. And you don't want to ruin that wonderful liquid. You see what I'm saying? Thank you. Exactly, Manushka. Before it breaks into the milk. Thank you. It's like dunking an Oreo cookie into, or a chocolate chip, Chips Ahoy chocolate chip cookie into a glass of milk. You don't want it to be soaked. You just want a little bit for the ambiance. You see what I'm saying? For the flavor. You feel me? So that's how it's done, and I love it. It is, or I used to love it. I haven't done that in decades. But when I was a kid, that's the thing I used to do. Actually, we all used to do that. I'm surprised none of us have diabetes right now. Knock on wood, because on some real stuff, woo, we would eat that stuff breakfast, lunch, and dinner if we had the choice. And sometimes if we felt like a little classy or felt a little like extra, we would toast the bread before we made the peanut butter sandwiches. And that was life. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the reason why I love, more than anything in the world, why I love Reese's peanut butter cups. Real talk. Oh, Manushka, why are you throwing so much shade on me? Jalen, thank you. Your brother's a sweetheart. I'm sure it's a family trait. Thank you. Yes, Manushka's a pain in the ass, actually. Huge pain in the ass. If you didn't already know. If you haven't seen every single note, every single letter that she types into her comments are annoying as hell. That's how annoying Manushka is. I'm just playing. You know I love you. That's my baby sister right there. Anyway, Manushka, do you think Pascal, that's a new one, would be doing this if this wasn't his calling? Oh, wow. Thank you, Ready Rock. That means a lot. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. And Ashton, you agree with milk. Thank you. Oh, do I like children? Smooth for show. Smooth. Oh, smooth all day, Stacy. Oh my God. Can I just talk about the crunchy peanut butter for a second? Why? But why? Why does it exist? Why do you need to know? Why do you need to know what it was made out of? Why do you need to have the solid thing that it was made out of inside the thing that it's been smoothed into? Why? There's no reason for that texture. It is the most disturbing texture on this planet. Crunchy peanut butter is gross. I don't get it. I don't get why people get it. It is weird. I don't get it. I want to enjoy my peanut butter. Like, I want to enjoy a peanut butter sandwich. I don't want to worry about losing a tooth because of biting into a peanut butter sandwich, which is supposed to be pretty much soft. Last time I checked, it's supposed to be soft. So, I digress. She is younger. She's my baby sister. He is a man of many trades. Yes, man. So if you want that white girl, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'd be pushing that weight too, you know what I'm saying? I'm playing. Don't do drugs, because drugs is bad. Drugs is bad. And whoever said that is definitely skipping school and selling drugs and not learning proper grammar. Anyway, I duct taped my brother to a chair. Can you top that one? Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Oh, do you watch? Okay, Stacy, do you watch Killing Eve? The new season's back on TV. Okay, so I've only seen the first season, and I thought it was really good. I started watching the second season, and then I got sucked into like 15,000 other shows. So I haven't gotten a chance to really dive into that. You know what I'm saying? So I need to check that out. I've only seen the first season. First season was really good, though. Very, very good. I really enjoyed it. Quite a bit. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Exactly. See now you're talking about Almond Joy and Mounds. That's something else now, Jay Lynn. You know what I'm saying? You don't put nuts in peanut butter. It makes no sense. You just don't, man. Oh, I know that's not what you were talking about, but Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Facts. Manushka's never done anything weird to me like that. Real talk. She's never like tied me up to anything or anything weird like that. Nah. It's never been. We as a family, we don't play pranks on each other. We never did. We never did that kind of stuff. Maybe we're just that kind of boring ass Haitians that we are. I don't know. We're just a boring Haitian family, I guess, when it comes to that. We just never did that. And by the time she was by the time she was in high school, I was already in college. I was already doing my college thing. So yeah, it was different. No, she was the tormented one. Actually, it was pretty much like me and the rest of the family, like me and the rest of the siblings were raising her in a way, you know, because she was the youngest one. She was the baby. So it was like we all were mom and dad in a way, you know. We all raised her. we were all the disciplinary. We were all the, you know, we were everything pretty much. By that time, mom and dad were too old to run after her, kind of thing. Man, we didn't have you messed up as a kid. You better stop lying now. Melissa's starting to talk. She's fibbing right now. These are all fibs. You know what I mean? She's talking these fables, man. Fables. Jalen, if you can't duck it, fuck it and chuck it. That's hilarious. Oh my God, you guys are funny. All y'all are funny. What do you say? I don't put nuts in anything. I have 7 kids. See what I'm saying? You just don't. Peanut butter is supposed to be peanut butter. Okay? Peanut butter. Bell. It's supposed to be butter. Not like curdled milk. You know what I'm saying? Have you seen Extraction on Netflix? Yeah, I saw it. Yes, I saw Extraction. Has anybody else seen Extraction? And it wasn't a prank. It was a dare. That's what's up. You stepped up to the plate and you did the damn thing, Jalen. Congratulations, girl. Bill. Yes, Bill. Butter. French for butter. Bill. You know what I mean? But you thought it was good. Okay, so I thought, thanks, Manish, for asking that question. Okay, here it is. I thought it was all right. I thought it was John Wick with Thor in India with really crappy special effects. Sorry, but I'm gonna speak the truth, and the truth is, man, the truth. It was good. I enjoyed it, especially when they started getting into the action stuff. I was like, damn, this is vicious. But at the same time, there were some certain moments that I was like, that's all CGI. That's a green screen. That's fake. But then, you know, I'm not a harsh critic, man. Well, yeah, I am. Yeah. I think the problem is that I've seen so many damn movies. Hella harsh, laugh my ass off. I don't even know why I asked you. You know what? You asked me, so deal with it. Anyway, to answer your question, sweetheart, the movie was no, I thought it was good. It was still entertaining. I still watched it, but the thing is this is my thought process. No action movie should ever take 2 sit downs to watch. Like, you want to be dragged, you want to be pulled in right in the very beginning and throughout the rest of the movie. And I watched the movie and I got bored halfway through. So I stopped it, went to sleep, woke up, and finished the rest. That's what I mean. Like, there was a moment where I was just like, this is not... I guess I wasn't feeling it, or maybe I wasn't in the right mind frame. I don't know, Manish. I'm not trying to be like savage like that, but I'm just saying there are better movies that I could have. There are better movies out there, like John Wick, the first one. you know. But here it is. Hemsworth did his damn thing. I was very impressed. He did the damn thing. It was really good on certain moments. But then there were some other moments I'm like, Stacey, did you see the Australian film The Nightingale? It was really hard to watch. Isn't The Nightingale about the dude, it's the black guy that's like at home and it's like a kind of like a psychological thriller? Thank you. See, Ed had to sleep. You're right. Ed had to sleep and you needed to finish the next day. You're right about that. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so I had the wrong Nightingale. So no, I have not seen that movie. And I'm a huge cinephile. Like I watch a lot of movies. And that's why it's like when I was really excited about it, because when I saw the trailer to Extraction, I'm like, this is gonna be dope. Then I watched the movie and I'm like, I'm tired, I'm gonna go to bed. And I went to bed and I said, I'll finish this tomorrow. Instead of me going like, and this was in the middle of an action sequence. If I'm sitting there going, I'm tired, that says something. Stacey, it's about a woman in Australia who loses her family tragically. No, I haven't seen it. I'm going to have to check it out. Stacey, for show. I'm going to have to check it out. Promise you I'll check it out, But I also saw today, I checked out the movie Mandy, Nicolas Cage, Mandy. It's like a revenge horror psychedelic movie, and Dolomite was pretty good. Dolomite was good for a Netflix movie. That is not and I love Eddie Murphy, real talk, and I got super hyped when he was coming back into town or coming back into films and all that. But on some real stuff, that movie is not a movie you go and see in the theaters. That is definitely a perfect movie for Netflix. That was enjoyable. I enjoyed the movie. It was fun. He did his Eddie Murphy thing, but at the same time, it was enjoyable. But I wouldn't sit here and go, whoa, mind blown. Oh my God. He still was doing, it was still Eddie Murphy doing Eddie Murphy in a way. Just a different voice. This is, I mean, obviously he wasn't doing like the donkey, Just, we're just talking about, it wasn't that, but at the same time, it was still Eddie Murphy playing Dolomite. So that was just that's what I mean. But it's still Eddie Murphy. So I still enjoyed it, but at the same time, it was like, that was cool. Next movie, Kind of like that. But I still, it's still enjoyable. It was still good, Yeah, there's a whole bunch of movies out there. Like I said, I just watched this movie Mandy, and I'm telling you, if you're not down for some weird experimental crazy stuff, and if you're not down for like if you're not down for seeing Nicolas Cage at his prime, like at his best Nicolas Cage, like seriously caging out, then don't watch that movie. I did not like it at all whatsoever, except for when Nicolas Cage turns into Nicolas Cage, But other than that, I didn't like it at all. Oh, Stacey, so you did see it. Mandy was weird. It was listed as a comedy on Shudder. Yeah, which really confused me. There were some really funny parts in it, though, because he's sitting there going, like, he's losing his mind, and he's, beating the crap out of some dude, and he's going, you ripped my shirt. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Or when he goes into the bathroom and he has that breakdown, like that full on like psychological freak out while he's like pounding a whole bottle of vodka. That stuff was like that part was hilarious, but then at the same time heart-wrenching at the same time, because that's what, like, Nicolas Cage is a really good actor. Like, he's fantastic when he has the right material, but he goes wild sometimes, and you see it in this movie, And like I said, I I love me some Nicolas Cage, but that dude needs some Jesus sometimes. He needs some help sometimes, man. Shoot. That's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, I have got to wrap it up. This is way beyond what I expected to be on, how long I was expected to be on today. But you guys are dope as hell. You guys are really, really fantastic. And what? Sorry, I just got this. I'm just going to read this really quick. This is real. Wow. So man wears KKK hood while grocery shopping in California. This is a New York Post. Whoa. What? Sorry, so this is breaking news. I'm sure we're going to talk about this on the show tomorrow morning. So, yeah. A dude decided to out himself as a member of the Klan, I guess, and put himself out there. Real talk. Wearing the hood and everything. Inside a grocery store. Why, pray tell? Because he's a dumbass. Well, we are definitely going to be talking about that tomorrow morning for sure. Be sure to tune in 9 a.m. Central Standard Time for all you guys listening in Romania, Germany, Norway, the whole nine. Do the math, the times and all that stuff. So 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be back on the Pascal Show doing what we do best. We'll definitely be talking about that because that's ridiculous. Yeah, James, he claimed it as it was his virus mask. Yeah, very cute of him to do something like that. But Manushka, I love you. I'm glad you came on. I really appreciate it. You should tune in tomorrow morning if you can. And all those, everybody else, Ready Rock, Stacy, Ashton, James, Debbie, Manushka, who else? Everybody. Ready Rock, I already said him. Jalen, for everybody, thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of the show. And, of course, be sure to tune in tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Much love to you guys. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Much love. I'll see you guys then. Yeah, you're right, Jalen. He is very lucky he didn't get shot. Have mercy. I'll see you guys at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Bye.